Today, we will delve into the fascinating topic of the history of architecture. Architecture is a fundamental aspect of human civilization, reflecting the cultural, social, and technological advancements of each era. From the Great Pyramids of Egypt to the towering skyscrapers of modern-day cities, architecture has played a crucial role in shaping our built environment. In this book, we will explore the fascinating history of architecture, tracing its evolution from ancient times to the present day. The origins of architecture. The origins of architecture can be traced back to prehistoric times, where early humans built simple shelters using natural materials such as wood and stone. As societies evolved and became more complex, so did their architecture. The ancient Egyptians, for example, built monumental structures such as the pyramids and temples, while the Greeks and Romans developed sophisticated systems of columns, arches, and vaults. Medieval architecture. During the medieval period, architecture was primarily focused on the construction of religious structures, such as cathedrals, churches, and monasteries. Gothic architecture, characterized by its pointed arches, ribbed vaults, and soaring spires, was particularly prominent during this period. The development of the flying buttress allowed for the creation of taller and more elaborate structures, such as the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. Renaissance architecture. The Renaissance period marked a renewed interest in classical architecture, particularly the architecture of ancient Rome. Architects such as Andrea Palladio and Leon Battista Alberti developed a new style of architecture based on the principles of classical design, such as symmetry, proportion, and harmony. Renaissance architecture also saw the development of new construction techniques, such as the use of the dome and the use of perspective in design. Baroque and Rococo architecture. The Baroque and Rococo periods were characterized by the use of elaborate decoration and ornamentation, as well as a focus on theatricality and grandeur. Baroque architecture, with its dramatic use of light and shadow and dynamic curves, can be seen in buildings such as the Palace of Versailles in France. Rococo architecture, with its ornate and playful decoration, can be seen in buildings such as the Schönbrunn Palace in Vienna. 19th and 20th century architecture. The 19th and 20th centuries saw the development of new technologies and construction methods that allowed for the creation of taller and more complex structures. The rise of the Industrial Revolution led to the development of new materials such as steel and concrete, which allowed for the creation of skyscrapers and other modern structures. The Art Nouveau and Art Deco styles of the early 20th century emphasized sleek and modern design, while the postmodernist movement of the late 20th century focused on the playful and eclectic use of historical styles and references. Contemporary architecture. Contemporary architecture is characterized by a focus on sustainability, innovation, and technological advancements. Architects such as Frank Gehry and Zaha Hadid have pushed the boundaries of design with their unconventional and experimental structures, while others have focused on creating buildings that are energy efficient and environmentally sustainable. The development of digital technologies has also allowed for new forms of design and fabrication, such as 3D printing and computer-aided design. Regional architecture. In addition to global architectural movements, there are also regional styles and traditions that reflect the cultural and environmental contexts of specific regions. For example, traditional Japanese architecture emphasizes harmony with nature, simplicity, and minimalism, while the architecture of the Middle East often features intricate geometric patterns and the use of local materials such as adobe and mud brick. The future of architecture. As we move further into the 21st century, the future of architecture is likely to be shaped by technological advancements and a growing awareness of environmental sustainability. Architects are experimenting with new materials and fabrication techniques, such as sustainable and biodegradable materials, and incorporating green technologies such as solar panels and living walls. There is also a growing focus on designing buildings that are resilient to natural disasters and other environmental risks, such as flooding, earthquakes, and hurricanes. Another trend in contemporary architecture is the development of smart buildings, which use sensors, automation, and artificial intelligence to optimize energy consumption, indoor air quality, and occupant comfort. Smart buildings can also help to improve the efficiency of building operations and maintenance, reducing costs and minimizing environmental impact. In addition, there is a growing emphasis on designing buildings that are accessible and inclusive for all people, regardless of their abilities or disabilities. Universal design principles, which prioritize flexibility, adaptability, and ease of use, are increasingly being incorporated into building design, making buildings more accessible and accommodating for people of all ages and abilities.